Hello. I've got a habit of going around the car boot sales here in the UK, or garage sales in the USA, if that's what you call it. Anyway, I found this device, American Audio versadeck, and it was cheap. So, the guy selling it said it just stopped working. So I bought it reasonably cheap and thought it would be nice to have a little teardown and at least, try and get it working. Because I've had a look on the internet and it looks quite an interesting piece of kit. Now, here's the cable that came with it. We're all on. No life at all. Nothing. I kind of like it when nothing happens, because that can sometimes mean it's something simple that's gone wrong with it. So, we're going to unscrew this, have a look inside and see what we can do with it. Screw that down. Okay, I've removed 26 screws. Oh dear. Oh, there's bits flopping about all over the place. Oh, I don't know if this is going to be a repair video. Let me see. I've removed this 3 screws in the middle that I've removed, and I don't think I should have done because it's attaching something to the base plate. Oh well, never mind. Well, as you can see in here, it's all a bit damp and a bit wet. Around the circuit board here and around some of the chips, it's looking a little bit like something's been wet there and then dried off and left a residue. So what I'll do, I'll have a clean around here first. Yeah, there's definitely little puddle marks here. This has been upside down in the rain or something. Right, okay, I'm going to get a bit of a clean up going and then give it a dry with a hairdryer just in case. Yeah, inside there's all residue along the pins of these analog device chips here, and all around here. It's on the board. It's yucky, but we'll have a little bit of a clean up, but hopefully, I hope something hasn't sort of shorted out and completely killed this thing. Now, I'm going to just use a little bit of this switch cleaning lubricant here. Now we can either spray it on the board, like this, and dab it back up again. Oh, look at that, it looks like a brand new board again. And I mean, there's obviously, if you have a look on the internet, there's obviously easier ways of cleaning up circuit boards. I think possibly a bit of beer, lager, whatever, has gotten into this. Although it must have been upside down when it happened. But beer is quite corrosive on circuit boards. You just dab it up, don't wipe, because you might actually pull the leg of a chip up somewhere if you're unlucky. So at least get this stuff up, whatever it is. When beer gets onto a circuit board, it's corrosive, but it's also conductive. And I've seen a few old pub fruit machines in the past where the tracks on the circuit board are actually corroding because of beer everywhere. So, a word of warning, don't pour beer into your electronics. I'm looking around on the power supply. This is all the power supply for this, and I can't see any fuses on board at all. This is where the power comes in, and the switch is there. There's a little filter there, and the power comes onto the board. Ah, we have got one. There's a little fuse there that you have to change with a soldering iron, or it might be one of those resettable fuses. Not too sure. 2 amps. Okay, I'm going to put the mains in here onto there and see how far we get, because it seems a bit strange that there's nothing lighting up at all. So I'm thinking it's just got to be down to the power supply somewhere there, because absolutely nothing lights up at all. There's no power. So let's have a dig around the board and see, you know, where the mains stops or where the power stops. Give us a clue. Right. Right, that's on. Don't lick your fingers. Oh. Right. Okay. So we'll have the mains coming in here and going through the filter to these two pins here. Oh, nothing. Ah. Hang on. Yes, we're on. Oh, there must be a fuse on the switch then. No, no power. Ah, is it the switch? Oh, that would be nice if it's just a switch or something. I have to get this board up here. Okay, I won't bore you. I'm going to go ahead with this and cut this bit of video out because this can take a moment to unscrew all this lot. Right, I've removed the switch gear and I'm just going to test this switch to see if this switch actually works now. Oh, take that piece off nice and carefully. Like that. Now, put your multimeter onto ohms range. Actually, this does have a bleep on it. Is that it? Right, okay. Now let's test this switch. We see the switch works. Put that on there. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, there's not a lot here. Okay, let's follow the neutrals around. Oh, come on. Put that in there. Yeah. Positive. Positive is that side. Ah. Hang on a moment. This should run. I'm going to put that in there and just put this under here so that doesn't short. Now I've just broken off this protective piece. Keep that off there. Fingers. Alright, switch on and then switch on here. I've got DC volts and there's a ground, 5 volts, nothing. Right, I think I'm being a bit stupid here. I think this might be a short video. I'll have to do a teardown. I've got an idea. It seems we're not getting any mains in the plug here. So, let me just find another IEC lead. I'll get right back to you. Okay. Now we have mains. Yeah. That's the lead that came with it. I thought it was a bit ugly being a grey lid for something in a black box, but there's no mains coming through there, and I'm feeling rather stupid now because I've taken all this apart, and really this is one of the first things you should check. If there's nothing happening at all, check at the beginning, which is the power. Right, I'm going to put this back on there now, put these put this connection and this switch back where it came from, screw those back on, and we'll have another go. But I know I'm being a bit of a fool because this should have been the easiest thing to do first. It's not necessarily going to work. There might be a reason why the fuse has blown in there. I mean, this may have blown the fuse for some reason. But let's start again, sort of at the beginning, in a way. But even though that should be the first thing to check, really, the power. Okay, I've put the connector back in and the switch, and I'm going to check if the mains at least comes through to this bit here, and this nice new lead. Yeah, 250 volts. Okay, let's start assembling this. This bit's looking promising. The only thing is, why is it blown its fuse anyway in the plug? But let's have a go, see what happens. I've put all the plugs and everything back together for the circuit boards and the power supply, but I've not bothered screwing it back together again in case we need to get back in there. Now, before I put the mains in and see what happens, these sockets here go through a trip, and I always use this for any electrical work that I do in here. So hopefully, if anything's wrong in here that blew the fuse there last time, if it wants to go again, it'll set off the trip instead. So let's have a look. I'm at the wrong side for the power supply. Right, start laughing, carry on. So it's my friend holding the camera there. He keeps laughing at me. Right, power in. Now I've got that switched on. Right. You ready? Aha! American audio. Please insert memory device. Okay. Insert memory device. Right, okay, well, as you can see, it's well, it's displaying things now. It's talking or chatting or whatever. Please insert memory device. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just take this socket back out of the back of it now, and I'm going to actually put the screws back into it, and then we'll have a look at whatever it is it does. Right, that was a bit of a very easy fix. What I've done is put a couple of my own tracks onto a USB stick here and loaded them in, and yeah, it does all that DJing stuff. I mean, DJing is a fine art that I don't know nothing about, unfortunately. I really haven't got a clue. I'm only going to show myself up by going, that's about as far as I can go. Anyway, but it's fixed, it works. It just shows what you can get off the car boot sales. Nice and cheap, and sometimes with easy repairs. I don't know what to do with this. Maybe I'll drop it off at Norman Cook's house. He only lives down the road from me, Fat Boy Slim. He'll probably look at it and throw it straight back at me. But I don't know. It's a great machine. It you can put in record players, CD players. Apparently it comes with some software when you buy it new. It's called Virtual DJ LE, and you can actually mix video with it as well. Well, music videos, of course. And it'll do all that because it's a MIDI controller as well. But other than that, I don't know what I'm doing. I really haven't got a clue. But whatever it is, it's repaired, it's fixed. I'm sorry, it's a short video. We'll find something else next time.